not gonna cap to y'all boys. Like, real shit. Like, hold on, phone mic right here. Real shit. I had a video for y'all niggas out for yesterday. But for some reason, when I try to put it in my fucking editing software, it did not want to go in. Like, that shit said corrupted files or some shit. I don't know why. But then again, last night I was drunk recording the video, so it's probably just something from God anyway. That I should not release that. You feel me? Stuff like this happens for a reason. But I'm just saying, dog. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was. Like, I don't remember. I ain't gonna lie and say this or some shit. But I reacted to what's the name? This video right here. I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not gonna do it again, of course. Why the fuck would I do that for? You feel me? Yeah. So I'm just gonna pick another one. You feel me, to react to. I ain't gonna lie, since I've been gone though, yeah, they've been putting out like videos. Like, no bullshit, they been putting out videos. I just don't know which one to react. Okay, no, I'm not. I shouldn't go deeper than 30. Fuck no. I ain't gonna lie, y'all will probably never get a 30 video from me, like a 30 fucking horror story from me in y'all life. I'm okay.
Christmas. My wife, Julia, and I had to take a last-minute trip to the mall to buy decors and dinner supplies with our son, Danny. The mall was getting crowded each second. I told Danny to keep by my side, but a few seconds later, when I looked down, my son was nowhere to be found. We tore through every store, screaming his name. Dread coiled in my gut. Julia started crying. We were talking to the mall security to help us find Danny when we heard an announcement from their office. Attention shoppers, one of our security personnel has been found dead in the men's restroom. Please remain calm and stay inside the building.
This gotta be karma for what you did in your past life. Ain't no fucking way this just happened. You lose your son, next thing you know it's a mass murderer out there killing niggas? Yeah. Fuck no, my nigga.
Suddenly, one security personnel showed us footage of another security guy leading Danny by the hand toward the back hallways. There! That's our son! Call your security guy! I watched the guard's face turn pale.
That's not their security guy! Damn!
He said the man in the footage was not their coworker. The uniform he's wearing actually belonged to the dead guy found in the bathroom. Julia broke down crying on the floor. My son's helpless, innocent face flashed right in front of my eyes. The cops will be here any minute, sir.
I ain't gonna lie, like, on some real shit, I have never done this before as a kid. I would never just roam around a fucking store not knowing where I'm going as a kid, my nigga. Unless I'm with my cousins. And then we all together at that point. But still, I would never just go around the store by myself. I was too afraid of it. I was like, what the fuck, my nigga? What do I look like just roaming around a fucking mall? By myself as a kid at that. I get lost easily.
But I didn't wait. I ran.
Sir, wait! He might have a weapon!
I didn't care. That was my Danny back there. I pushed through the employees-only door and into a narrow concrete hallway. Spotlights were strung along the ceiling, half burnt out, throwing jumpy shadows that moved when I did. I ran past storage rooms full of boxes, and I could hear Danny screaming.
Dad! Dad!
I followed his voice and burst through the door into a big storage room. The man was holding Danny off the ground. His one arm was locked around his chest, the other pointed a knife at him. Danny's little feet kicked weakly. His face was red from crying. Stay back, he warned. Let him go. I could barely get the words out. He's only 6. Please. I don't care. He's my key to get out of this mall without any trouble from the cops. Danny was crying, shaking.
No cap, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, nigga. 9 out of 10, if a nigga just kill niggas, he's not gonna care about your son. I'm gonna give it a buck with you. Stop giving that nigga intel on your son. He's not giving a fuck. You feel me?
Really badly. His little hands were stretched towards me. I knew my one wrong move could cost my son's life, so I had to be smart. I raised my arms up in surrender and said, Look, you want to get out of here, right? I'll help you. Just let him go and hold me hostage. I promise I'll cooperate. The man scratched his head with the knife, then looked at Danny and back at me. Is this some trick you're trying to play? Because if so, I'll shoot. No! Take me
Let him go. Look, the cops are coming. You've got to listen to me, now.
My words convinced him, and he let Danny go. He ran towards me with little steps, and I hugged him.
No, what the fuck? Is this nigga dumb? As soon he would have let my son go, nigga gone. You know, and you not catching me either. Damn, my son though. I forgot about that little nigga. Fuck. Shit, I don't know what to do.
He was crying, thinking the man could still hurt him, but I calmed him down and told him to go back to Mom. Told him that I'll be all right. But just then, I heard running footsteps coming our way. The man grabbed me by the neck and placed the knife on my forehead. The cops burst through the door. Danny was still there, calling out for me, crying. One of the cops took him into his lap, while 3 others told the man to let me go. But the man threatened them, saying if anyone tries to stop him, he'd shoot me. I told the officers to first get my kid out of there because I'm all right. When we all walked back to the mall, everyone watched me and the guy with fear and suspense in their eyes. The cops were negotiating, but the man who had been a runaway convict wasn't falling for any of their words. My wife screamed from the crowd, seeing me. I was a little relieved to find Danny back with Julia, but I knew it broke her. She got her son back, but put her husband in danger instead.
Bro, thinking about this, bro, like, reverse the situation. Like, imagine you sitting there and your wife got a knife to her neck, bro. I know that shit will hurt a nigga so much. That would hurt my soul, my nigga. So I know how this nigga wife feeling. Damn.
It was like her life traded fear with fear. The convict told me to head for the exit without doing anything foolish.
One mistake, and I'll blow off his head.
I nodded and started walking away slowly. The cops had their guns at him, but couldn't do anything because my life was hanging by a thread. We were about to get inside the elevator when I noticed this big metal Christmas star hanging right inside the elevator. An idea clicked in my mind. The man hit me on the head with the knife and shouted,
"Get in! You're coming with me, remember?"
I got in, but just before the elevator...
Well, that knife hit with it, boy. Hey, stop doing all that. You got me hostage already. Don't hit me with a knife, bro. My life is literally like this. Do not hit me with a knife, my nigga.
Elevator door closed. I noticed the man laughing at the cops. He thought he won. His pride distracted him for a few seconds, and that's when I snatched the star from the ceiling and stabbed him in the right eye with its...
IMR, my nigga. Like, y'all still making these shits? Like, come on, bro. That nigga grab a star and hit him in the eye with it. That nigga just had his fucking knife to neck point, and he was able to grab a star. Bro, y'all making shit up, bro.
Pointy peak. He screamed in pain, and the knife fell out of his hand. The cops swarmed in and pinned him down to the ground. It happened so fast and quickly that everyone stayed... pinned him down.
And the star's still up there. I guess he had a duplicate.
To the ground. It happened so fast and quickly that everyone stayed silent for minutes. Finally, I was reunited with my family. Danny came running at me. While hugging me, the poor kid kept apologizing.
"I'm sorry, Daddy. I shouldn't have left you."
Oh man, you getting the ass whooping of a century, nigga. I promise that ass was gonna be. Oh, I just almost died because of you. Oh yeah, you like my nigga.
Shh,
I did ass almost died because that nigga.
don't say that. You're safe. That's all that matters. Were you scared? Terrified. But seeing you, I'd give my whole life for you. Will you always protect me? Always.
That might be a one-time thing. Hey, you feel me? There was a lesson. You do that shit again, you know better.
I promise. That day, I could have lied to Danny, telling him how I don't scare easy or how big of a hero I am. But if you ask me, I think it's better to tell our kids the truth. It's better to let them know that parents are human too, and they can make mistakes as well. This teaches your kid to respect your decisions.
True.
Last year on Christmas, something happened to me that I'm still trying to process. I study in college and decided to visit my family at the last moment on Christmas Eve. Driving down the highway amidst a blizzard was probably the dumbest decision I ever took in my life. After half an hour of difficult driving, my car gave up on me at Highway 9. The blizzard got worse, and within minutes I was stranded with no signal, miles from home, and the temperature was dropping fast. I sat there for maybe 20 minutes, watching snow pile up on the windshield, trying to catch even one bar of service while the cold crept in. That's when I saw headlights cutting through the storm. A pickup truck pulled up behind me. It was old and beat up, covered in blinking Christmas lights like someone had gone crazy at a dollar store. There was even a wreath wired to the grill, the kind you hang on a front door. Through the snow, I could just barely make out the driver. When he leaned out the window, I almost laughed, seeing him wearing a Grinch costume.
Need a ride, kid? Yes, thank you so much. Hop in. Can't leave you out here on Christmas.
And I'm still her. And I'm still her.
Thank you. Barely make out the driver. When he leaned down, there was in the cold crept in.
Oh, I'm tripping. My fault, y'all. That's me right there. That's me.
That's when I saw headlights cutting through the storm. A pickup truck pulled up behind me. It was old and beat up, covered in blinking Christmas lights like someone had gone crazy at a dollar store. There was even a wreath wired to the grill, the kind you hang on a front door. Through the snow, I could just barely make out the driver. When he leaned out the window, I almost laughed, seeing him wearing a Grinch costume.
Need a ride, kid?
Yes, thank you so much.
Hop in. Can't leave you out here on Christmas.
I grabbed my phone and wallet.
I'm not hopping in them. I might not hop in that motherfucker. Okay. Damn, why you in a Grinch outfit though, my nigga?
And climbed into the passenger seat. The truck smelled like pine cleaner mixed with something metallic underneath. The dashboard had candy canes duct taped everywhere. Thanks for stopping.
Sure thing.
We drove in silence for a minute before he spoke again.
You know what I hate about Christmas?
What?
All that fake cheer. Families pretending they like each other. Kids screaming for toys that'll break in a week.
I laughed nervously. No wonder you're dressed as the Grinch.
No,
He laughed. I also thought he was just playing the part. I forced out a chuckle too, because what else was I supposed to do? Where are we going? I asked, suddenly alert, as he drove past the turn to the town.
Home. You're my Christmas guest, kid.
His gloved hand.
Jump out the window. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why niggas be so afraid to jump out that fucking window. Like, at any opportunity where I feel like I'm unsafe, out the window, my nigga.
Hands squeezed the wheel.
The Grinch doesn't like spending it alone anymore.
My stomach dropped. Actually, my parents are waiting for...
Let them wait! Where were they when you stood next to that broken car? Huh?
The way he said it made my mouth go dry.
The roads are dangerous tonight.
He chirped.
Better if you stay with me. We can have Christmas dinner together. I've been preparing something special.
I watched his hand move toward the glove compartment. He popped it open. A knife was sitting inside next to a candy cane. The blade was dark with something that definitely wasn't rust.
That's for carving the Christmas roast. I've been planning this dinner for weeks.
My heartbeat got faster. We were slowing down now, getting close to this patch of dense woods on the left side of the road. There weren't any houses or lights except his truck's blinding decorations.
You ever carve a roast, kid?
He picked up the knife, still driving with one hand.
It's an art. You have to know exactly where to cut.
I didn't think. I yanked up the door lock and threw myself against the door. It flew open, and I rolled out onto the snow-covered road.
Why the fuck do you wait till you get into the woods to do that shit? Like, no bullshit. Your ass waited till you get deep in these woods while it's nighttime to jump out the fucking car.
Pain shot through my shoulder and hip as I hit the pavement. The truck's brake lights went red. I got to my feet and ran toward the tree line. I heard the truck's engine rev behind me. I looked back and saw it reversing. He was coming back. I ran into the woods, grimacing every time the branches whipped my face. The snow was knee-deep, and every step felt impossible. I could hear the truck's engine getting louder. Then, the headlights hit me. He'd driven off the road and was crashing through the trees after me.
Why not go the opposite way? He not finna, nigga.
The Christmas lights blinked like...
Literally go left or go right, my nigga. He not gonna, if he crashed into the tree, you think that fucking pickup truck is crashing into autumn trees without malfunction? Hell no.
Crazy as the truck bounced over roots and rocks. I cut left hard. The truck tried to follow, but clipped a tree. I didn't stop to check and kept running. My lungs burned from the cold air.
Hold on. He might have one of them trucks. Hold on now. How he able to do this shit? Nigga just ran. He went left with you.
The truck was catching up. I could hear him laughing over the engine. The bumper was maybe 10 feet behind me when my foot caught a root hidden under the snow. I went down, face first, into a drift. I rolled onto my back just in time to see the truck's grill coming right at me.
You are the sorriest nigga I have ever seen on my watching this show. No bullshit though.
The truck was maybe 3 feet away when sirens went off from somewhere close.
What?
And blue lights flashed through the trees. The truck slammed on its brakes, skidded in the snow, and stopped inches from my legs. Through the windshield, I could see him staring at me. Before driving away in the opposite direction, he put out his head from the window and yelled, "Merry Christmas! Enjoy it while you still can!" I just lay there in the snow for God knows how long. Then I heard sirens in the distance. A highway patrol SUV came through the trees. The spotlight swept across me. The officer jumped out. "You okay, kid? We got a call about a vehicle driving erratically." "He tried to kill me." I couldn't stop shaking. "He was wearing a Grinch costume, and he had a knife." They found my car where I'd left it, covered in snow. Found tire tracks leading into the woods, but the truck was gone. The officers said they'd been patrolling nearby after reports of a decorated truck driving recklessly. They never found him, despite countless reports from other drivers who said a truck covered in Christmas lights had followed them for miles before turning off. They never found the knife, the costume, or any proof he'd existed at all, except for the tire tracks and my bruises. I don't drive on Christmas Eve anymore. Don't even like seeing Christmas lights on cars. And every time I see someone in a Grinch costume, even at a mall with kids around, I leave. Because I know he's still out there somewhere, driving that beat-up truck with its blinking lights, looking for Christmas guests who won't make it home. I grew up bouncing between foster homes, so
I ain't gonna lie, you know how miserable that. What the fuck? They got a BBL on animated horror? Damn.
when I finally got my nursing certificate at 26, working at Meadowbrook Senior Living felt just right. I knew what it was like to have nobody, and I wanted to be there for people who did. Most of the residents were sweet. Some got a little confused at times, but they laughed and lived, except for Bob. He was 68 and usually kept to himself. His file mentioned occasional psychotic episodes, but the few times I'd looked after him, he seemed fine. At Christmas Eve, Marion, the activities director, had organized a party. Each resident's family had sent gifts, and we were all gathered in the common room passing them out. It was supposed to lift spirits during the holidays. The party started at 6. The residents sat in a circle, passing gifts and laughing along to an old Bing Crosby track playing through the speakers. Bob sat across from me, still as stone, with a faint smile on his face that didn't quite reach his eyes. Mrs. Patterson opened her smile on his face.
I'm just saying, at least that nigga's blinking. Why is no one else in this room blinking an eye? How the fuck is that even possible? These niggas are stones.
That didn't quite reach his eyes. Mrs. Patterson opened hers first. Her daughter had sent a nice scarf. Mr. Rodriguez got slippers. Rena's uncle had sent her books and candy. Nearly everyone got thoughtful presents. Then, Marion handed Bob his gift. It was a small box wrapped in red paper with a gold bow. His hand shook as he took it. He peeled back the paper slowly, like he already knew what was inside and was dreading it. When he lifted the lid, his whole expression shifted. Inside was a man's leather belt. It was flashy and looked expensive. For a few seconds, Bob just stared at the belt like it was a snake curled up in that box. Then, he screamed and threw the box across the room.
Bob!
Marion shouted, but he wasn't hearing anything. He grabbed one of the caregivers and shoved her so hard she hit the floor. His knees pinned her down as—
Hold on. This a buff-ass old nigga. Look at his build. This nigga, he's one— hold on now.
his hands locked around her throat. All the while, he kept screaming. It took 3 of us to pull him off. Even then, he kept thrashing, trying to get back to her. Marion had to call for the sedative. They dragged him to his room after that. The party was over. Everyone was shaken.
Yeah, ain't gonna lie, put that nigga— hell no, he left a mark too. Yeah, I need to hire better security, because if it took 3 niggas to get that nigga off, he obviously like big as fuck. Or strong as a bitch. Y'all, you got that ox power, y'all need more security.
Jenny had bruises on her neck, but said she was fine. I couldn't sleep that night. I kept seeing Bob's face when he opened that box, the pure terror in his eyes before the rage took over. At around 2 in the morning, I woke up to heart-wrenching sobs from the East Wing. I found Bob in a dark corner near the supply closet.
See, this why I cannot work at these places, my nigga. If it's the middle of the night and I see this shit, I'm walking back to my bed. I am not approaching that at all. You're not finna see— y'all finna see me on camera walking into that room, looking at that nigga for 2 seconds and walking back out. I am not approaching that nigga. Did y'all not just see what he did to that female? And it took 3 niggas to get him off. If he put me in that same situation, I'm dead. I'm not escaping, my nigga. Fuck no. Yeah, see.
Curled up on the floor, tears ran down his face as he whispered his wife's name over and over.
Margaret. I'm sorry, Margaret.
Bob?
I knelt carefully.
You went close to that nigga? You actually went close to this nigga. You're crazy. You insane.
Keeping a safe distance from him.
It's Ruthie. What's wrong?
He looked up, and his face just crumpled.
He won't let me forget, Ruthie. He promised he'd never let me forget.
Who won't let you forget what?
My son, Carl. He won't ever let—
Damn. So let me try to you feel me, get the story straight before he even explain it. He must have did something to Margaret himself. Then his son seen it, and he's sending him Christmas gift every year as a reminder of what he did to his wife.
me get over it.
I sat down next to him.
What happened, Bob?
He rocked back and forth, arms wrapped around himself.
The cardiac arrest took Margaret 3 years ago. She was the only good thing in my life. And when she went,
He swallowed hard.
Carl got worse.
Worse how?
Boy was trouble since he could walk. Ran with the wrong crowd. Drank young. He stole from me more than once. Margaret always took his side, said he'd grow out of it. After she passed, there was no one left to pull him back.
My stomach tightened.
Okay, so I was completely the fuck wrong. So I guess that I don't got the intuition that I thought I had, because that nigga did not say anything I said.
He cleaned out my savings on booze and cards. When I tried to stop him,
Bob's voice went low.
How the fuck you let this nigga clean out your savings? Why, nigga, y'all don't got no security around that motherfucking bank? That nigga's able to log into your account or get money. What the fuck? How did he do that shit?
Almost a whisper.
he turned mean, started using his belt on me.
I felt sick.
He'd come over drunk, drag me out of bed and beat me with it. Said I deserved it for being a terrible father. for not giving him enough money, for still being alive when his mother wasn't.
Tears were streaming down Bob's face now.
I tried calling the police once. He laughed, said who'd believe me, that I was just a crazy old man with dementia.
Bob, we need to tell someone. If Carl's been hurting you...
He's a lawyer, Ruthie. Knows exactly how far he can go without leaving marks that last. And he's got everyone convinced I'm losing my...
Your life is some shit. No cap, my nigga. Y'all was raising a delinquent, and that nigga grew up to be a lawyer, so he can just go against you with everything you say. Your life is some shit. I'm sorry about it, big dog.
My mind.
Bob looked at me with hollow eyes.
Every Christmas he sends me that belt, just to remind me that Margaret's gone, and I'm at his mercy now.
This is abuse. There are laws.
Nobody will believe.
Just dumb. And I'm nigga, if you know that he send you this every year, why do you keep opening in the present, my nigga? Like, on some real shit, you get this gift every year, and you still open the same shit. He's your only family member, as we can see so far. So, cool, like, I'm just saying, so you know who the person's coming from. Stop opening the fucking gift.
Believe me, he made sure of that. Got to my doctor to document episodes. Got the staff here thinking I'm unstable. He's been building his case for years.
Damn.
I waited for Bob to stop crying before I went back to my locker and found that belt Marion had put there. I stared at it for a long time before calling the police. They came, took our statements, and bagged the belt as evidence. But Bob was right. Carl really had everything figured. He showed up the next morning in an expensive suit, calm as anything. He listened to everything with a small smile. My father has documented psychotic episodes. This is obviously a delusion. I'm concerned about the quality of care here if staff members are encouraging these fantasies. The administration bought his story. I was reprimanded for causing unnecessary distress and basically forced to quit. I couldn't stay there anyway. Couldn't look at Bob knowing he was trapped, and Carl would do it again next Christmas, and the one after that. For however many years Bob had left, I still think about Bob in that dark corner, crying over his dead wife, trapped by the son she'd protected her whole life. How Carl turned his grief into a weapon. How nobody believed the old man breaking down at Christmas. Sometimes, the real monsters wear expensive suits and know exactly which laws protect them.
That's crazy, my nigga. That's actually crazy. So you telling me this nigga was a delinquent when y'all niggas was raising him? Soon the nigga grew up, he be a lawyer and still make your life trouble. Niggas can't have shit. Yeah, that's life though. But hey, if y'all fuck with the video, make sure to like and subscribe, my niggas. Hey, we gonna be back again. I hope that I don't get fucked over with this video. I hope that they don't fuck me over this shit. But hey, we out. And there go Dizzy. What? Arrogant that nigga, but he's friendly. What? And here go Dizzy. Arrogant ass nigga, but he's friendly. Hold on, it's so damn. Oh damn. Hold on, it's so damn. Oh damn. Hold on, it's so damn. Oh damn. Arrogant ass nigga, but he's friendly.